Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I would like to go over every single Wings of Fire tribe as well as compare and contrast them in order to figure out which is the most powerful. I'll be going through each tribe one at a time and then I'll say which tribe I think is the most powerful. Keep in mind that I will not be including extra powers like animus abilities, Firescales, the ability to not be burned, etc. I will only be going over the powers that most or all of the tribe possesses. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. First, we have the MudWings. They haven't been shown to possess many special abilities, although they are great fighters. MudWings tend to be bigger and stronger than the other tribes, and they can breathe underwater and under the mud for up to an hour. They're able to breathe fire when they're warm enough and can heal wounds with mud. They usually are good fighters, as shown when Clay watches a group of MudWings train for the war. I'd probably say that they're the least powerful out of any Wings of Fire tribe because they rely solely on close-up fighting. Up next, we have the SkyWings. SkyWings have very thick scales, they can breathe fire, and have the largest wingspan of any tribe. They have pretty good cold resistance because they live really high in the mountains, and have been shown to have great vision. Other than that, the SkyWings don't have many unique abilities. Their vision could definitely help in battle as well as their fire, specifically against tribes that don't have it. Flying endurance could be very useful for going across long distances, but it wouldn't help much in an actual setting where they need to fight claw to claw. Next up are the SeaWings. SeaWings can breathe underwater for an infinite amount of time, they have great night vision, and can use their tails to splash gigantic waves. Their wounds can be healed by ocean water, which is very useful. SeaWings in general usually tend to not be that powerful, mainly because their abilities relate to the ocean. If you're not fighting underwater, then it's not a good idea to bring a SeaWing. This is probably their biggest flaw, making them practically useless in a regular fight. If they were in a battle, it would be hard to find ocean water to begin with in order to heal their wounds. Having amazing night vision would be great, although their other abilities don't make that one too useful. Here we have the SandWings. All SandWings, except hybrids and dragonets, have a venomous barbed tail which can deliver a toxin into another dragon's bloodstream. There's only one cure for it, making the attack deadly on the battlefield. They can last for an insanely long time in the sun and can survive without water longer than any tribe. Their metabolism is slower, making it easier for them to go longer without food. Their hearing and vision are much more advanced, and their wings are built for longer distances. Having a SandWing on the battlefield would be extremely useful, and they have been shown to be great fighters and tacticians. There aren't many downfalls, except that they function better in the desert rather than the Arctic tundra or colder places. Then we have the IceWings. They have a very deadly weapon, which is their frost breath. It can freeze almost anything, and dragons from other tribes have been known to fear it. They have very serrated and sharp claws, as well as spikes on their backs they can use to stab their enemies. IceWings have been shown to have some magnificent eyesight, and their scales tend to be cold constantly, as shown in some scales on an IceWing's back end up freezing some droplets of rain. With IceWings, however, they struggle in going places that are extremely hot, just like when snowfall felt uncomfortable in the desert. Fighting an IceWing would be very difficult, and they have been discussed as being quite strong and agile. Getting closer towards the end of the Pyrrhian tribes, I'll be discussing the NightWings. You might be wondering why they're placed right below the RainWings, but I have a good reason for it, so wait until the end. NightWings can blend into the night around them and can breathe fire. Their mouths have a deadly bacteria that can be used to kill small prey, which makes hunting quite easy. Their sense of smell is very strong, and they're gifted with great night vision. As quoted from the Wings Fire wiki, NightWings hatched under one full moon have the power of mind reading or prophecy, and those hatched under two of both. Dragonets hatched under 3 full moons will have both of these powers. Being a NightWing with mind reading or prophecy would make fighting a lot easier, however, not having these abilities would place the tribe way lower on this list. The most powerful tribe on Pyrrhia is the RainWings. Yes, you heard me right. Though some of them are considered lazy due to their lifestyle, they have great abilities that they have yet to use often. They're not fighters, but if they were, then they could destroy their adversaries. RainWings have very long tails that can help them swing through trees and have been known to mimic animal calls, such as birds. Their scales can change to the color they're feeling, although most can switch their scales willingly, thus also granting them the ability to almost turn invisible. But the greatest thing about RainWings is that they have venom they can shoot from their fangs, which can destroy almost anything. If aimed at another dragon, it could burn their scales off completely. The only cure to it is the venom of a relative, but in a battle, you'd be nowhere near the rainforest. It can also be used as a projectile, making it even more deadly. The reason why RainWings are listed as the most powerful Wings of Fire tribe on my list is because a well-trained RainWing could literally become an assassin. He or she could creep up on another dragon, completely invisible, and use their venom to kill or wound the dragon. Though they may seem lazy in the book series, a deadly rainwing is a complete possibility. And now, onto the Pantalan tribes. The SilkWings are definitely the weakest in my opinion, although they do have some strengths. They can use their antennas to sense vibrations in the air, which helps predict the weather. Once they undergo metamorphosis, they are gifted with 4 beautiful wings. All SilkWings, after metamorphosis, are able to spin different kinds of silk at will. They've been shown to be excellent climbers, which could prove useful if they're running away from a threat. Some SilkWings are able to produce Flamesilk, although I would not be counting that here, because not all of them can. It's somewhat of a rare thing, even though Flamesilk lanterns can be found seemingly everywhere in the hives. SilkWings tend to be submissive towards the HiveWings, which probably is one of the reasons why they may seem weak. Still, without Flamesilk, they don't have many abilities to aid them in battle, especially because they don't grow wings later in life. They tend to be better at defending than attacking. Next for the Pantalan tribes, we have the LeafWings. I know I said I wouldn't bring up powers that a majority of the tribe don't possess, but we can't ignore the fact that they have leaf speak. Seriously, being able to talk to plants is such a cool power. However, they can only manipulate pre-existing plants. LeafWings aren't that powerful, especially because the average LeafWing doesn't have any special abilities. Plus, without the poison jungle to abide in during a fight, they won't have any way to fight back except with their own claws. Finally, we have the HiveWings. They've been shown to possess different abilities, although some HiveWings have none. As quoted from the wiki, their abilities include deadly stingers extending from their wrists, venom or paralyzing toxin in their claws, stingers, or teeth, boiling acid that can be shot from a stinger on their tail, and emancipating a horrible stench said to smell like dead rotting things pickled in sulfur. Some of these abilities would actually be very useful in a battle, especially the paralyzing toxin. They haven't been shown to fight that much yet, besides mind control stuff, but HiveWings can be quite powerful if they were born with one of these powers. So, with all this in mind, the RainWings are the most powerful tribe on Pyrrhia because they are not just limited with the jungle, and the HiveWings are the most powerful tribe on Pantalan because of their unique and diverse abilities. Anyways, what do you guys think of these rankings? Let me know down in the comment section below. I know I didn't cover the beetle wings, but they're seemingly extinct, so I didn't have much to say. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!